Joining us live from Geneva is Ms. Fatima Sator, spokesperson of the International Committee of the Red Cross. Thank you so much for taking our time and joining us on WION, Fatima.
Thank you.
Right now, Fatima, the International Committee of Red Cross helped secure the release of the 2 hostages in Gaza. Can you shed some more light on the humanitarian work of the ICRC in the war-torn region at the moment?
Sure, thanks for this. So the International Committee of the Red Cross, our role in the release of the hostages yesterday was to facilitate their release from Gaza to Israel. We do this as a neutral intermediary. We are a neutral, impartial, and independent humanitarian organization. We are present in the region since 1967. So we do have already, conversation, and we have a dialogue with all officials concerned. So this helped us to facilitate the release of those hostages, and obviously we are extremely relieved about this news.
Right, Fatima, we've also been hearing and also reporting on the stories of loss and grief from Gaza. What are you learning from your colleagues in Gaza? How dire is the situation in Gaza, especially at the hospitals?
Of course, what I hear from my colleagues on the ground in Gaza, so we have over 100 staff still in Gaza, they tell us about how really dire the humanitarian situation is. So hospitals don't have electricity, they don't have clean water to operate. People, we hear about families walking for tens and tens of kilometers because there is no fuel, so no cars, and then just sleeping on the streets. So they've lost their shelter, they have no food, no access really to essential items. And we have been able to deliver some humanitarian aid, some medicine, but we're hoping to be able to get more aid in, because this is really essential to be able to replenish our stocks.
Right, Fatima, I was just coming to that. The question on the humanitarian aid. According to your assessment, how much aid is needed at the moment? As of now, there are 20 trucks that have entered Gaza through the Rafah border, 20 trucks of humanitarian aid for almost 2 million Gazans. It's more like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah, of course, although we welcome this agreement, and of course it is important for humanitarian aid to get in, we're also calling, we do have, our teams are ready, we do have trucks ready, we have even more trucks mobilized, but we also are asking for experienced personnel, and I'm speaking for us, it's surgeons. We have war surgeons ready to go in to be able to alleviate the suffering of civilians. So of course it is a good news. However, it has to be continuous. This has to be a continuous flow, a regular flow of humanitarian aid getting in, and also to be able to send medical personnel in to help people inside.
Right, Fatima, my last question to you. The humanitarian cost of the war has been paramount. What do you want the world to know about the people, civilians, children who are literally caught in this crossfire between Israel and Hamas?
I'm hoping that we're going to go beyond politics and that we're going to find a solution to alleviate the suffering of thousands of civilians. I want to remind that according to international humanitarian law, civilians are protected, hospitals are protected, essential civilian infrastructures like school are protected. And it is important right now, when we are in dialogue with the parties to the conflict, to remind them of their obligations. This is something that all states have signed, the Geneva Conventions, and have agreed that even war have rules. And it is important right now for civilians, for mothers, for children, for fathers, for sons, for daughters, to respect this international humanitarian law.
Right, Fatima. Thanks very much for joining us on WION and sharing your insights with us. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.